Hear me? Can you all hear me? I can see. Yes, everyone can hear me. Well, welcome to this learning management system in Syria training. I'm very delighted to have all of you with us. Here, we are a team of four right now. Salman is here, Rodrigo is here, Zupa is here, myself. So my name is Kushal Ramya. I'm the program manager for the Syria Learning Management System in New York. I will be here with you today for this training, but also after this training for any questions you might have, or your director or anyone in this or GFC might have with regards to deploying the learning management system for you. So I don't know if many of you have seen the video that we sent you about why we want all of you to actually get on board with using the learning management system. And I know many of you have been using it already because of Umoja. Umoja Academy and all those Umoja courses already on the Inspira learning management system. So today we're going to give you an overview of the system and how to actually do certain tasks with the system, which will be beneficial for you. So without taking too long, I will now pass it to the trainer himself, the facilitator for this course. So his name is Rodrigo. Rodrigo works for Information and Communication Technology. Rodrigo is our counterpart here in New York for everything regarding learning management system. So I will pass it to Rodrigo.
Hi, good morning, New York. Good evening, DC. So, as Kushal was explaining, my name is Rodrigo. I work in OICT, the Office of Communication and Information Technology in New York, and I'm going to be your trainer for today. So, first of all, I just want to give you a quick intro. So, this is a presentation before we jump into the system. This is basically so you can understand where the system, how the system can actually help your daily job. That's what they're saying. I just let me show that. Let me show the desktop. Okay, back to the next one. Sorry. So what I'm going to start with what is your LMS. So it is an enterprise learning management system which is designed to manage learning and deliver learning content. So the system, we have been using the system in New York since 2012, quarter 1st, 2012. We have around 100,000 registrations now for courses in New York, Geneva, Nairobi, and some online courses that are offered worldwide. 20,000 registrations in New York and around 5,000 registrations in Geneva. So basically, there are two types of training that we can use on the LMS, which are classroom based or e-learning, or we can have a mix which is blended learning. So what the main features of the system are: we can do class management, we have staff member self-registration, manual enrollment, attendance management. You can have facilities and room management, certification, and reporting. So before jumping into the system, what I actually wanted to show you is a case study of the LMS and how the system will help you. So this is just an example, right? So in this case, we have Sally. Sally is the training manager for the new course competency-based selection and interview skills for title learning. So Sally is planning to deploy a training for around 200 staff members. She's quite excited about the course, but is daunted by the volume of manual work required to manage the course. She's used to doing it manually with spreadsheets, emails, but too much of her time, and there are like 120 persons interested in the course. So this is just one of the several courses on the place. So as you can see, Sally is a little bit worried about it. Also, she cannot really help popular these courses and with the staff, and imagine that she may have to consider using web information to anticipate over subscription. It is not unusual for staff to drop classes at the last minute. So this is going to one more thing to manage. For this course, she also needs to publish course pre-work and send a reminder to the participants via email before the start of the course. At the end of the second quarter, after the course has completed, Sally is required to produce a report on this new course. Sally believes the LMS will be a helpful in time to start listening to administration of the course. So, basically, as you can see, she is managing everything on spreadsheet by email. She's spending a lot of time performing manual tasks. So now I'm going to jump to the system, and to the presentation, I'm going to show you how the system can help you to automate some of these tasks and how to be more effective. So, okay, so let's jump to the system. Can we just slide show that? So I'm going to show my desktop. Can you see my can you see the Inspira logo now? Okay. So the first thing, I'm just logging with the account of my colleague Selma. She's the manager administration team in work. So what I'm going to show you is how the first step that I'm going to show you, and I will explain around 5 steps. So the first one will be how to schedule the course, right? So that basically will be create your class, in which days it will happen, and then publish it. Next one, I will show you how staff members can search for your last client that you just created, and how can they enroll using self-registration. I'm going to show you how to manually enroll someone. So there's a feature on the system that will enable to enroll person into the course. Fourth, I will show you how to mark the attendance of the course, and in case that there is grading required. And last but not least, I will show you the reports if we still have that. So when we provide you your access, basically we will modify the roles of your Sphere account. We will be using your same Sphere account, index number, and this password. And then this tab that is for learning administration will show up on your account. From Learning Administrator, you go to Catalog, and you go to Maintain Activities. This is important. This is an important concept that before going into the screen, I would like to share with you. An activity basically is a class for the system. So in this option, you see actually three options. One is items. This is an option that only learning coordinators. Normally we define one or two learning coordinators per station, and this option is to create new courses or curriculum. I think for now, most of the courses will already be created. So you will probably not explore this option at the beginning, the first couple of months. The one that is bread and butter of this is the maintain activity. So I'm going to go and create a new class. So as the case was suggesting, Sally wants to create a course for competency-based. So here you have like different search criteria. Capitalize the name. As I was explaining, this is the name of the course. So on this field, I'm going to write competency. These activity classes that I train, this is basically for publishing the activities that you will be managing have different status. And these status will show if this activity is either in progress, that I will be maintaining, not still working on it, that actually is active, that it's close or concluded. I will explain statuses a little bit further in the presentation. For now, I'm going to use a pending activity that we have prepared for you. So when you launch your account, we will actually create templates. And this is like a dummy activity that you can just use as a base. I'm going to click on this. Right. In this screen, and I would say that this is one of the most important things. You will see there are a lot of fields. I will not go through all of them, but just to the most important. So this is an activity that is kind of a template that you will use. So when you want to create your new course, the simplest way is just to clone it. And that's what we're creating this template for you. I'm going to click on clone. The activity has this pending. That means that you are still working on it. You haven't published it. And it's asking you for the start date and end date. Can you listen to me? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. As I was explaining, what I'm going to do is now call an activity, and this is create your class. First, I'm going to change the start date. Let's suppose that this course is Thursday and Friday. Right? Thursday 17 and day 18. I'm going to click continue. As you can see, this activity has a new code. So this code is a unique identifier that your client will have that you can use in the future. So in this case, it's LMS dash 1056 dash 80. Normally I write it down. Yes, the code is generated automatically. Sorry, for the rest of the participants, there is a question. Is the code generated automatically? The answer is yes. So you don't have to really worry about this, just to keep track. Then I'm going to just describe the top fields here, general information. You have an administrator. In this case, will be your name. In this case, I'm going to put Sona Pavan. The status is pending. You can set up your instructor here. I'm going to search for instructor in this case. This is just an example. I pick a name randomly. So basically, these are the fields that you will need to fill in from the general information. I'm going to go down, and I'm going to go to the enrollment box. This is an important box. On the quick guide that we shared with you, we have more information on the rest of the fields. But I'm just going, for the purpose of this WebEx, I'm just going for the most important fields. Enrollment. Max enrollment. This field will say what is the maximum number of participants that my course will have. It will be useful for the waitlist if you require a waitlist on your course. So in this case, we have a maximum of 20 enrollments. This minimum enrollment normally is like you need a minimum of people also. I'm going to keep this blank in this example. Reviewing overbook percent. We normally don't use this option. It's like in the airline that they overbook tickets. So I'm just going to skip it. This is important. You can set up like this last enrollment date. So what that means is that this course is for example, 13/17, and you want people to enroll at the latest one day before or a couple of days before. I think the policy in New York, if I'm correct, is 4 days, right? So normally you have two options. Either you can just select the number of days here and put 4. That will mean that it will be 4 days. And if you keep that policy consistent, then when you call on that number is performed, is saved. The other option is the last enroll date. These also you can manage manually. So in this case, if you don't want people to enroll at the last day, for example, in this case, in 17, I'm going to do 1 day. So let's say that the last day that they can enroll is 15. So I have a closing day that is 15. This is just for it's an example. It will depend on your policies. This check is important. What the system is asking is if I should enforce this enrollment rule. So I will say yes, right? And this is basically, I can use the waitlist. Here I have a waitlist option in which I can say how many people on the waitlist. I'll keep it with 10. Drop activity. Also in this case, do I want people to drop like 1 or 2 days before? So in this case, it's kind of the same logic as enrollment. You know, people can enroll up to, before 4 days. Afterwards, they will not be able to do it. And that means is that they are confirmed for the course. So as I was explaining, this is based again on the policies. Here is 4 in New York. You can also select the day or the number of days. regarding the security, this I will explain on the next WebEx for the learning coordinator. So you will not have to change anything. But what I'm going to explain here is how the system works is that we have a learning environment. The platform is like, let's say like a bundle of learning for your duty station. So in this case, it's UNLV, and you are the one who control these classes. No one else will be able to change your class or courses. Only people who will be in reviews. So in this case, we have New York, just for the testing purposes, and we have UNLV, which that will be your learning environment. So that's what I want you to get from this field. And also you will have this learning group concept also is just basically like a group of people that will have access to your courses. So people who will have access is UNLV staff. So that's important to Charles is explaining. So basically, if someone needs to change the configuration of the learning environment, that will be the learning coordinator. And as I explained previously, I will explain more concepts of the security on the learning coordinator session that we'll organize. Okay. So I'm going to click save. I think I'm already, but normally I save a couple of times during the process. I'm going to go to the learning component. So the learning component basically is what your class is about. In this case, we have a session. For water, for example, if some of you have taken this course, we can have coordinating and assessment. So I think for now, we'll just have the sessions and at the beginning. Afterwards, we can okay, sorry. We have a question for Selma. So we can keep it for the end this one. Okay? So we can continue because the limited time that we have. So as you can see the learning component, you already have it. So you just have to click and edit. This is basically the base of your workshop and when it's going to happen. So I'm going to clear the title. I'm going to click here on the facility. So I'll click New York. I'll click a room. Basically what you're doing before is selecting the facility and the number of and the room number in which your training will happen. We have the system actually is quite a smart something. So in this case, it's actually telling me that this room is too small. As the demo purposes, I will just click OK. So the system is actually already telling me. The instructor is already here. This course has two sessions, basically because this course is driving. The course, I'm going to set up the course to be 9 to 5, Thursday, Friday, and I'm going to click the build sessions button. What basically I'm doing is I create a record for each day. This is basically what I do. I can actually do it directly on the session tab and create one and create a second one. But if you use the patterns, and that's why I use it, you can create it just at once. So we're trying to reduce the number of clicks that you are doing. I'm going to click to return to activity. I'm going to click save again. Okay. I'm getting a question, how can we change one for second session? So actually let me do it. So I'm going to click again in the edit link of the component. I'm going to go to the task session, and I have two sessions or 2 days in this class. For example, let's say that I want to change this one. I'm going to click here for the second session. I'm going to click on the second session of 18. And you can change the facility and the room. In this case, let's say it's not the 14, it's going to be the 2. We have the changes to this. And I'm going to click OK. As you can see, I changed the room just like in Super. So it's very straightforward. The facilities and rooms, that will be something that we'll want to configure. So that is already there on the system. It varies, position all available rooms. It will show all rooms. But once you try to use a room that is already booked, it will display a warning on the screen. So it's an important note. It will depend how you use the room management. In this case, it will be only on Sierra. So if you have a session that is already booked on Sierra, you will have that option. So just to note, the system is not connected with Logismo or the system at the moment. So I'm going to click Save. On the completion, we don't have really to do anything. It's basically only saying that it is required for the participants, so that means that they go, we need to mark attendance to mark completion. And then I'm going to go to materials and attachments. In this case, this is something that you can use if you want to display something to the participants, a Supreme Court, for example. So, I can display, let me see, I have an attachment, for example. Let me see if I have a PDF. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna upload. Nobody was. I think it was. Yeah, this is basically in this computer. Sorry, I'm actually not trying to show you this, but let me try to. So basically the concept. Okay, sorry, that file was wrong. So I select another file. This is if you want to publish something for the participants. Okay. Sorry, there were some questions, but we'll skip it and we'll ask that one. This is a feature that actually a lot of people find very useful. And this is because normally when you need to send some instructions, even how to get to the building, people don't know it. So you can attach anything. Normally we recommend to attach PDF documents which are less than 1 megabyte. And you can have attachments that are displayed to all learners, so that means people that have not been enrolled or people that have that are enrolled. So normally people select this option. I'll select enrolled learners. And then I'm going to go to the activity certificate. So in the case of certificate, we have a template, which is the global template we're using, which in this case you need to follow. This will take more functional instruction. And you can make you want certificate when you don't want certificate. If you don't want certificate, you don't have to fill in these tabs. So this certificate actually will be acted directly by the staff member. After they complete it, they will just go on. So in this case, the certificate name you have to fill in instructor course certificate. That's the one that we're missing. The department, let me, department very yeah. Which one are you going to check it out? So, sorry about this. So basically in this case, I'm gonna select mechanism supervisor. You have multiple departments. We'll give you instructions, just which one will be the right one to select. But you have also the list, so you can select that one. And so in this case, I'm going to select the silver industry, and I'm going to click select. So I'm going to go back to the activity details. So I'm actually going slowly on the different options. But once you have done it, it will take you 5 minutes. It's normally 5-10 minutes, maybe the most. And basically this is because you're calling information that you already know. So for the people, you're just basically changing the dates and the rooms and computing the certificate. That's what you have to do. So I'm gonna go to the activity tab and say that we can explore. So we have a question here. Did I understand correctly? My size is my junior license is 1 megabyte. That's correct. That normally we suggest learning administrators to use PDFs. So normally we have presentations that are private. You can have the PDFs and you can split it. You can have multiple attachments. But for each file. That will be for each file. You can attach 10 files less than 1 megabyte. So let me go back to the status because this is actually very important. So when you start doing an activity, that will be pending. That means that you're working on it. Which also means that the staff members cannot actually access this course. Right? So once you want to publish and you are okay, you need to change it to active. Right? And click save. So what I just did was create an activity for Thursday, Friday, 16 and 17, or 17, 18, and perform the configuration. In this case, let's say I don't want anyone else to enroll and I want to manually control for some reason. I will select the closed option. That means that it's closed and is managed by the learning administrator. So included, that means that if in the past you will probably not do this status. So you're actually following? Okay. So yeah, this concluded basically means that it has been completed. So as an SOP and suggestion is that after you have the course has been completed and finished, you mark it as concluded. And this will basically help you for the search of it. And in active, you will not do this. So in this case, I'm going to click in active. So in active. Just, do you want me to open with questions on this? And then... I already have a question. You can talk about it. Yeah. Okay. Following. Is there a question or... So, we'll keep the question. questions at the end, so I will continue. Now the activity, please type the questions on the tab. So now I'm an area administrator and I publish my class. I'm going to use the same account in Selma, but now think about it somewhere else. Go along in Brindisi, login, or for a staff member in Brindisi, in this case, or in another institution. But where this is Brindisi. So log in, and they want to search for a course, and then let's say compare the course. I'm going to go to main menu, self-service, learning, my learning. This is the main screen of the application for the staff member. So you have three boxes. One, which is my learning tools, search learning catalog, and my learning activity. So search learning catalog, you have two different ways of searching or looking for courses. One is the search and the other one is the class. I will show you the search, that's only the one that I've been using. I will suggest by the staff member people. Then the next box is my learning activity. This is basically the history of my activities within Inspira, right? So in this case, I'm going to search for the course. This is the course that I'm looking for. So as you know, here in New York, they have a lot of courses going on. So if you remember correctly, the code is what the activity that we just created. LMS 105688. So this is on the 17 7, right? So here, of course, they can see all the options, right? In this account, for example, I want to see the Geneva and New York, right? But in this case, it says United States of New York because this is an example, right? In the case, also like Brindisi, I also have Brindisi. I'm going to click on view details. Here's the instructor that we set up. This is the schedule, Thursday, Friday, 9 to 5, the location. Let me show you that actually the second session is not happening in the same way. That's basically the system is displaying what the learning on the system has to do. And the most important notes attachments. I cannot see the attachments. Why? Because only enroll participants. That's how we configure it. So in this case, I'm going to click enroll. Okay. So basically, they just have to take something enrollment. I'm going to go back to the activity. So there's the following the configuration. So let me go. So in this case, they have they seem to have the policies that they have to charge for it, so I need to change that policy. I'm gonna go again. So, sorry about that. So, basically, they click enroll and they click submit enroll. They have this message that you have successfully enrolled in the information into these skills. So I go to my learning. Then on the my learning activity part, you will see that actually I have enrolled in this course. I can drop it at this point based on our configuration. Once the date, I can, let's say that I try to drop after the enrollment and I can drop it. Right? So this option will not appear. In this case, I still can drop. This actually, as I will show you in the next step, you will see that you will not have to manage waiting with physical command. So let's say that someone drops and someone is on the waiting list, that person will be pushed to the class list. So let me see how we're going. I'm gonna go to the next section of the training, which is how to manage the roster. I think that's what you will see a lot of the information. So let me see. I'm the administrator. I'm gonna go to learning administration, learning task, administrative activity. I'm gonna search by code. You can search also by name, but I'll suggest that you search by code. That's the easier way to do it. Here's my course from the 17 to one person enrolled. Let's say I want to search my name. I'll probably have a lot of results. I can click view all. Another option. In this case, they have a lot of courses here, so let me search for the MBA. This is the one, right? That's why I suggest that you search by activity. Right? I'm going to click in Walter, and as you can see, I have my Soma enrolled with your index number. The system automatically generates a confirmation number. So you will actually get track of it. You can get track of it. This is a unique identifier for the moment. System role, right? And just as a note, something that just shall remind you, and this is very important, is that once the staff member registers the course, the staff member receives an email, an automatic email from the system with the dates of the training and the location. So basically, I have some if you put here, so if you put the search options, you can also, let's say you have like a long list of people, you can also search by name or by index number, which is important. Let me show you, we're preparing the course, right? So here, if we have, for example, 10 people, and then we have 11 registered, here you will have people that is waiting. And you can manage the priority of that courses. Okay, let me see. I have a question. How do we enter the courses and courses? Okay, so the courses, do you mean new courses or the courses on the existing catalog? This is Maria Antonieta and Tana. The instructors, The instructors we will configure them on the system, so you will have to provide them with the instructors. Afterwards, we can manage to reset the initial approach. Afterwards, I think we will manage it by backup for the ticket. You don't need to add or not. So for now, I think we will need to do it for you. The course is basically that the learner coordinator wants to create inputs, right? But if not, this is what we're doing, basically create a class. I'm going to show you an option which also I think it's a good option. It's an important feature. I'm going to go to framework. So you need to have the pop-ups on the browser. So in this computer, I'm going to click on that. And this basically is a basic for your courses, right? So you have the name of the course, the section, and so participants can sign in and sign out. So this is automatically done by the system. You don't have to build your Word document every time. You go, click, you have it there. You have the name, you have the index number. It's something that is really, really useful. Really takes time. And it has a couple of options here, grades and attendance, learner details, rule. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm going to say this grades and attendance basically, this is for the grades and attendance of the course. So this is basically for the grades and attendance has to be marked at the component level. So basically this is the general grades and attendance that if you want to replace or change the attendance of someone, but on your quick guide, you will see that you have to go to the component level, you have the sections, you can see details. It's a very similar view. In this case, I will mark a self attendance. I think no grade is required. I'll click save. It is completed. And now I'm going to go again to the activity workflow. And as you can see, it was marked as completed. On the grades and attendance, this is just if you want to, as I was explaining before, you want to change afterwards, you can use this one. I think basically that this is how you want to manage it. Once you start using it, you will see that one of the key benefits of what I've just shown you until now is the self-registration. So basically, to create your class, you publish it. People go and register, and the system automatically is managing based on your configuration, the size of the class, the wait list, what is the priority. On these views, you will be able to see how many people have enrolled, how many people have completed, and how many people have on the wait list, for example. Okay, let me just, I'm going to show you just show you. Okay. So, the last thing that I want to show you is how the participant will see the certificate. We used to spend a lot of time on capturing basically they have to be manually generated. I can imagine that some of you are in the same thing. So how can the system help you? On the top member, so I'm the staff member, right? This is again the staff member. I go to self-service learning my learning, right? The status change because it's completed. Of course, this is an example, right? It doesn't make sense that you complete it before I do the course start. This is just for demo purposes. You have the name, It's the live classroom instruction is completed. And what so you have the pop-ups again, so I'm going to click confirm. And actually this is a certificate. It's a PDF automatically generated by the system, which you have the name of the participant, which has completed the competitive interview and for selection for final members, provided by the next secretary. This is the option that we selected in Brindisi, and it's based on the 18th of July. You can just go and print it. In this case, I'm not going to do it. This will be kind of the whole circle, let's say the whole process that you'll have to follow, right? So radio activities, people enroll, you manage the roster, and people go and print the certificate. I'm not going to completely go through it, but just like there is an option on the system in which you can manually enroll someone. So this is, for example, if someone for some reason cannot self-register, the various coordinator can go on override. I'm not going to complain, but I just want to show you a fantasy. So in this case, we have an option which is learning administration. So learning administration, learner tasks, and role learners. I'm going to search for the activity. Okay. For this, just 10 minutes, you have one that is. So yeah, basically, just a quick note that's important. If you want to, I just create this course. If you want to manually enroll someone, there is a process on the back, like the process on the back end of the system that needs to run. In this case, it has to run. This runs like every 6 hours. So in this case, I will be able to do it. But I'm not going to pick any other course. So I'm going to just click it anything. And then I'm going to push out. I'm going to click on search. I'm going to select push out. Continue enrollment and submit enrollment. I'm not going to complete the process. I kind of want some records, some training records, this account. But basically, this is just to show you that you can enroll this on top of your someone just by searching on the card number. I don't want to. I think I want to. I have spoken for about 15 minutes, 55 minutes. So now, I think we'll take some questions. Okay. So we're going to use all of you so that we can take some questions from all of you. Whoever has any questions. So now you can speak. I know Paula has some questions, so maybe if you want to just share it right now, we'll be able to answer some questions. So anyone who has in mind, anyone have any questions?
Or you can use the chat box.
Or you use the chat box, but right now you are open. You can talk to us if you have in mind. We had a comment in which says we love the certificate. Even also here in New York, again, we love it very much. We love the certificate and the self-registration. I think those are the two key words. Anyone talking? Oh, we don't have the mic. Okay.
Can we put scan signature on the certificate? That's a question from Sina. We are working to put a one scan signature, which would be the ASG of OHRM or the USG of EM on the folder certificate.
So we have here, can you also know me?
Duty station, we are thinking to have it more senior level, like the USG of Department of Management, which oversees all the training, or maybe your USG of North. But I think to make it more consistent, we are looking for this one signature on some of the courses which is centrally managed. Do you, anyone else have any questions?
Michelle?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now you can hear me. I have a mic now.
Yes.
This is Paola. Michelle, hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Kushal, okay, we are actually quite familiar with the system as we have worked a lot on Moja with some of the features, not all of them actually. And we are excited to start the working as a test site, as we would really would like to have a comprehensive repository tool. Thing is that we may have some issues with the self-registration from participants. It may work for people coming from other missions that we initiate the process before they fly, and they give us, the information, and they do registration. They start the registration process. As regards the internal one, we may have to register them ourselves.
Okay.
So we have to maybe redefine these. One more thing, we used to send an invitation to participants with the auto choice and number of passports for the entry clearance. Do you think we can add features to the participants' detail cell?
Yes.
Okay.
We can generate from the system. We can send any message we want to all the participants.
Great. And one more thing, we are also looking for getting very detailed statistics about courses, participants, gender, and nationalities, these kind of things. Will the system be able to generate it? We know that it talks with the HR Insight.
Yes, we will show you right now after we take some questions, we will show you HR Insight, how do you generate that.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Paola, and we look forward to help you. Just to let you know, we've already included in the learning environment all of the centrally coordinated programs, basically the competency-based, all the programs that are like OHRM run programs in the system. And I know you have lots of other programs, and as learning coordinator, we will work with you so that we can add all your other programs as well.
Okay, great. I think we will run the first test on Monday, the 7th. Would that be all right with you?
Run the first test of what? Of a CBI course?
CBI course.
So you have it this coming Monday?
Yes.
When is the course? Is it this Monday?
CBI, yes, it's this Monday.
So you have to already create the course system, right?
What if we try tomorrow? Would that be all right?
Tomorrow is a public holiday here.
Okay.
4th of July.
Okay, we have to. Okay, we will talk about it.
Okay, but we can maybe do it today, but it's too late for you, right?
No, it's too late, yeah, for us. We can maybe do it on Monday morning and make the registration for participants ourselves.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do self-registration, then we can go for Monday, because participants are not gonna register.
Oh, that's why.
I think we can do it on Monday. If you have a list of participants with their index number.
We can send it to you soon after this course. It's only 6 people. I think it's a great number to start with.
Yeah. I will guide you through the process so we can do it together, and then you can take up from there.
All right.
Let's touch base on Monday once we have the list.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you, Paola. Any other questions from anyone? Is there, I see a question from Sima. Is there any LMS testing environment?
Yes, well, hi, it's Rodrigo here. So, yes, there is a testing environment that we normally use for testing purposes of new functionality. So the answer is yes.
Any other questions? No? Okay, so we're going to continue then with the last part, which is data insight, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I think we're just gonna take like 5 minutes
To just give you a quick demo of, after you've done all this using the learning management system, how do you actually generate reports, which is more important for your senior managers, etc.
We have a question.
We have a question. So how can we manage external participants? Francesco, can you be more explicit? What do you mean by external participants?
Can I answer?
Yes.
So there are 2 ways for this. One way is that you manually enroll them, and the second way is that they submit a ticket to Inspira support team and request access to your learning environment. That's for new staff. So when they join your learning environment, they're probably not configured yet, but they can submit a ticket, and it happens really fast.
Let me just add something on that. So basically, on the functionality of enroller, as I told you, you're able to enroll anyone on the system, which is registered on Inspira. So that means even externals. But you will not be able to use the software itself. So you will have to manually enroll them, and they will have to have an Inspira account created. For new staff members, basically, what Selma is just explaining is correct. The only thing that is important is that they need their PA to be already passed in IMIS. As you know, Inspira is connected with IMIS, so if they submit the ticket, that's what they will request for them.
So staff members of other UN agencies?
That's the same thing. Basically, for externals, they can just create an external account, and you will have to manually enroll.
So all externals you have to manually enroll, but they have to first create an Inspira account. As if like regularly, like if someone is applying for a job, they create an Inspira account, using that account they can do it.
You have the next.
If they do not have an external account. Because if you create an
No. Basically, when you create an external account, you don't have an index number, you're an employee, that's what you're consultant. So you can manually enroll them. In this case, I think we'll give you like the SOP, how to do it. Because staff members, so these external participants in their agencies, they will require an external account within the school.
Okay.
So meaning you can manually register.
All right. So we have this is something just so that you know, this is something that has happened for Moja, and especially for UND. So that is something that is working. But I think it's like a more manual process. We're trying to focus more on the staff members, which will get the server registration, we will get more benefits. In this case, we will show you the SOP how to do it, but it's a more manual process.
So for external, it's manual process which you have to do. This is summary, and right now for self-registration is only for staff members. Does that answer your questions, all? Okay, very good. All right, so now we're going to continue with the, if there's no questions, we continue with the demo of the HR Insight.
Share that.
There was a question. All right, we can ask a question.
Okay, so what I'm going to show you is a tool that we call HR Insight. This is an intelligence tool that actually sits on top of the LMS. These access, I think, will just provide it to learner coordinators. So the learner coordinator will be responsible for generating the tools. I always take this at the end, and basically, I have spoken with multiple departments, in which I have seen how they manage the things. So this is the experience that I have. So they have cell files, or they have an active database, and then they are kind of able to cope with the amount of work. Then suddenly someone comes and says, can you get me a report of all the participants that have all, I don't know, let's say staff members, emails that have taken this course from this day to this day? Normally that's kind of a problem for them, because what happens is that they need to review multiple Excel files. If they're lucky, maybe they have an Excel database around, and they will probably have someone, staff or consultant, who is generating reports. Right. So this kind of is basically a problem that I have seen. That's kind of the problem, right? What I'm describing is the problem that many learning environments have. So this is actually the answer to kind of some of those problems. HR Insight basically is a tool that is capturing all the information on the learning management system. So what I'm going to show you is just some initial dashboards that are already created on Steerabot. You can export the data, and also you can create your own reports. So here I'm going to just classes, demographics, entity, and detail. I think those are the ones that I'm going to cover. So here, as you can see, we can have the number of, from 2014, the number of registrations of the system of the software. Actually, they are very high. I can imagine that it's related to Morgan. Here I can see everything. So as you can see for the Morgan rollout that it just happened, we have had a lot of training. You can see wait You can see what is your usual practice. I'm going to go just skim through them very fast.
What access with this?
Well, this is an important. What type of access? I have an access which I can see everything. In this case, you will just get the reports for your learning environment or the funding, right? In this case, what are the kind of categories? Right, this is kind of a global access, so that's why we see a lot of information. Which are the most popular courses, for example? In this, let me see. In this case, for example, the pre-requirement seminar has 44 bands. Sorry, let me continue. Instructor-led classes by category, no? So how many classes have completed, how many people enrolled, how many people have dropped? This is actually also an important number. And you actually get why people are dropping, right?
And are the externals here?
So there is a question, does it include external enrollment? The answer is yes, it will include everything. However, external will not have an index number. Let me go to the top. I'll go to the demographics. So we have a couple of dashboards which you will have access, right? As I was explaining, I have the classes which is calculated. This is an e-learning. This is something that we use for the e-learning programs. We have the demographics, which is loading. It's like getting a lot of information. Sometimes it's a little bit low. The entity or the detail. So in this case, for example, we have by gender, right? So female, male, which kind of delivery method. So in this case, for example, we have virtual classes, which are kind of WebEx classes. Self-paced learning activity, that's online courses. Live classroom instruction, and external learning activities. So this is something that this external learning activity is something that is duplicated. We're not using it anymore, but I have access to everything. As you can see, here I have an order, right? So we have 33,000 enrollments on females, 55,000 in males. You know, the females are taking more live instructions, and then you have a biome. You also have by category, right? I can see, for example, how many MSPs, D, FAs, G, P, national officers, I don't know exactly all the terms. USDs, have access to everything as I was saying. So this all depends, of course, on your access, right, and the type of the staff members that you will have. And here you have a graph, right? I have also enrollment by age. So you can see, I think the median age was like 40 something, so of course it was going to be around here. Some people that almost are retired, so you can see the pattern. And then I'm going to go to the entity one. So in this entity one, it's going to be you can see that I have a lot of tabs. Yeah, I have a lot of access. So you have access to the first 5 tabs, which are the default, and I think also the sorting, but in this case, we will be using the sorting. So, sorry, as I was explaining, my account has a lot of information, so it can be a little bit slow. So I will have to explain. So it's taking more time than I thought about because this account has a lot of information. More than it's crashing our system. So entity, here the entity actually will have by different departments and different organizations that you have based on the staff member information. I think I will not go through it. And then yeah. The detail, basically the detail, I have like a multiple search criteria. I can search by people. So I can search by index number and I can see the learning results of anything. That probably is one of the important ones because you can just export information to Excel file. So you can export to Excel, to PowerPoint, PDF. Normally the one that I use is Excel file, and if you want to get like a specific report, you can just get an export your training information to an Excel file and then work on it. I think I'm not going to go more on the detail of the system, but this is just to give you like a quick highlight of that this tool is available. learner coordinator will have access, and it will be it's a good tool for reporting purposes, especially when you have all your courses on the platform. So that is key, right? And as an advice, so also like what I will advise you is that you start with a firewall, but at the end you end up with all your courses here, because that will mean that you will just have one source of information for reports. If not, you will have just to pull information from different sources. I think for me that's all. We'll probably get more questions, and we will conclude the session. Thank you very much for the attention.
Let's take more questions, and then if you have anything, and then we can also talk about it going forward after we finish this right now. If you don't have any questions, I think in the course of the next week, as you start using the system, please get in touch with Selma, who is here right now. You haven't seen him, but maybe you haven't shown your face yet. You should see Selma. Selma is your focal point. There you go. That's Selma. So get in touch with Selma and myself and Kushal, so that we can guide you of how to start using the system now. It's not rocket science, as you saw. It was very easy. It requires a little bit of practice, just play with it a couple of times, clone there, clone this, and then it will be very easy to use the HR Insight. Again, it links it directly from Inspira to HR Insight, so it's very good for you to do reporting. One thing I want to emphasize is we've prepared lots of quick guides, videos, and also frequently answered questions, so that you can use this to do it yourself. It's very user-friendly, the quick guides. We actually use the quick guide. We give it to a lot of people. It goes step by step what you need to do, and if you need to refresh yourself, you can use the quick guide. The videos as well are also very good. Show you exactly what Rodrigo showed you, but now it's in a video. You can see it at your own time. The FAQs as well, because sometimes you might have a question which is like, why am I getting stuck? I'm getting an error. So the FAQs usually address all these questions. So as we finish this session right now, I just want to say that, first of all, this session was primarily for learning administrators. For those of you who are learning coordinators, there's only one element that we need to show you, which is the security access component, which we will do, which will not take a lot of time, which will take maybe 30 minutes in one day. We will get all learning coordinators. Our plan is right now we are deploying Inspira to the whole of the United Nations Secretariat. So many of the colleagues eventually are very much aware of how the system works. From your end, one piece of advice is, once you create the course, make sure you let your participants know, actually your staff members know, how to actually enroll. So we also have quick guides on that, which we will send to you. Managing it manually is okay, but I think it's important that you also not letting them use the system to enroll on Inspira, because that makes your life easier. So we can guide you on that, how to do marketing, how to let people know. We have lots of information on this as well. So on my side, and I would like to thank Rodrigo, Jufre, and Selma, and all of you for attending this course. If you have any feedback, please let us know offhand. Otherwise, we'll be